and welcome to Mobile Mondays. Do. I think that's the same thing I did last time, Pocket Modays. I can't remember now. It may be changing forever as we officially know it for Mobile Mondays. So, welcome to Minecraft Pocket Edition. Now, granted, there is the free edition of Minecraft Pocket Edition, but the one that I currently have is the paid version, which obviously costs a bit more. There is the free version, I just don't know to the extent of how much that enables you to do. But nevertheless, I will show off what it is that I have created. So, my test world obviously has nothing on there, but the I'm back world is something I created a long time ago. So, I will showcase this off in the best that I can do. Granted, as of one of the last updates, I'm not a fan of the movability and stuff for flying and whatnot, but nevertheless, I will show off my world here. So, as best as I can. So, this is about the area where I started out. I started out somewhere around that hole, I believe. And this is what I've made of this. Now, this large body of water here was actually a lot like that small little stream. But thanks to a whole bunch of TNT, it got bigger! So yes, and a lot of this grassland I've leveled out and have cleared, if I can start following, of grass. I may be flying for most of this just because it's a lot easier to move around. So we have this nice dense forest with some mushrooms way over there and such. So we'll get to the stuff up there in a moment. But just because it's a lot smaller, I'm still not used to the flight controls now. So this general area over here, I have at some point in the future, if I ever get to it, which, as you can see, I haven't played this for 3 weeks, and from the time before that, it was probably another 3 weeks since I've played. Just because of the controls, I decided, don't like them, so I stopped playing for a while. But over here, I want to create a village-like area to where the lanterns are going to be like such. They're going to be these cobblestone, they're called walls, which are basically like thicker fence posts, and where they have these slabs, and then what in a way it looks like floating lava above them. So it's sort of like a mystical, sort of magical floating lava thing around them. To where then we have this wonderful, nice little walkway with this flowing water, with this glass, so water underneath it. There'll be a little thing over in this general area. Otherwise, oh, the flight is so weird. Otherwise, you come and it leads into this path here, to where I dug inside of this mountain and created this sort of darkish type hallway and staircase into what is this bridge that I created. So, walking on through this bridge and everything, made mostly of stairs and half slabs and stuff. Ironically, I made it to work in pickaxe. I didn't notice this until I was all done and done decorating it, but it sort of looks like the shaft of a pickaxe and then the pickaxe head. I didn't intention to do that, but that's the way it turned out. Only because originally I didn't have the top part on it, so it wasn't as obvious. It was a lot more straight. So yes, as you can see, we have this large strut, or supporting strut, coming out from the water here that's not too deep, coming up, and then you have this wonderful artwork of these sort of low arches. I would have liked to sort of add more onto them, but it's not quite wide enough. And then we have sort of this fence inlay, and then this really small covering for the top. Obviously, I've not continued the path out, but that was something to do in the future that will sort of come out here and ride its way up to up here. So I will get to this building, this lovely building I created right here, last, only because it's the most elaborate. But actually, one of the first things I created when I came into this world is I saw this sort of like half mountain. I thought, you know what, it'd be really cool to put like a clock tower in it, but only half of it, like half of it sunken in, to make it look sort of steampunkish. So that's what I did, but it's a little short and stubby. I sort of underestimated the size of the mountain and underestimated how high I'd been going, and it's a little short. So it's a little flag on top, but otherwise it's basic clock tower with the clock base, and as you can see, some of it is putting itself built into sort of this mountainous area. So if we come down along the path here, coming underneath, we have, I love decorating. One of the things that most people say when you're building buildings in Minecraft is to build it too deep, to where the second one in for walls, you build 2 deep walls to where the second one from the outside, so the innermost one, is basically going to be like the inside wall, and that outside one is one that you can add stone bricks and slabs and stuff, and it's the one you decorate and make it look more appealing. You either have it come in or you have it come out more. That's sort of a basic rule to building. Here we have this colored stone, which I believe is polished granite. So we have some polished granite coming in here, and then very small, not a lot of room, and as you can see, it's very rough. I really didn't come in and smooth out part of this mountain wall all that much. And if I can, use the controls properly, come and, as you see, we can come up here, and then we have what I've created as a slight bell out of some stone, out of some sandstone stairs. And then obviously this these posts to sort of give the illusion of, no, that's what I'm doing, I'm crouching, of like string, and then we have the clock, then we have this ladder up here to where it's more of like somebody's personal quarters for somebody who may live above the clock tower. Not that I would know why, but you know, if you're the, say, bell keeper, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you're the one ringing the bell, you only disturb yourself and not somebody else. So yeah, sort of this sunken in bag, and then these sort of chests hidden into the walls, and then tons of space for books, and this piece of dirt because that leads to the outside. So yes, that is this clock tower, and fall, because we're creative, we don't take any damage. Woo! So then over here is still a work in progress, very much. So a lot of this area I flattened out and then raised a bit. Whoops. Just make sure the recording is catching up to where we have the outline of this great giant marble building, which I have in fact to be a large courthouse with a trial room and everything and such. So very big. It does not have a back wall, only because I may be building up this wall at some point. If I ever do build it up to where the building's going into it, I want this to be sort of like an eco-friendly-ish type thing, to where we're not destroying so much of the landscape but digging into it. And of course there's nothing into it at the moment. So going off of more of a typical like DC type architecture of stone pillars and sort of rounded rotundas and such, and when you come up close, it's not just all one marble. There's the marble columns, there's tons of stairs and slabs and everything and such, to where I may have this right side, as you see it, come out more a little bit, so it looks a little more like the left. But I really like how the left side comes out. I like the bigness of it, even though it sort of shadows this inside area, which I just love this inside area. And then we have this sort of glass overhang with the doors leading into it. And then we have this path, and one of the things with paths that you want to keep in mind is they look very bland if you just leave them as just paths, like over here. But if you just add a couple little fences here and there, they don't have to be very big, you don't have to do it for the entirety of it. But say if you just outline, say, a few edges or a few straightaways of it, it gives it a little more appearance, it gives a little more personality to it. It's not as bland and boring, it gives you a little more direction to it. You're not going to want to stray off so much. So then over here we have this hut. Well, it's not really much of a hut, but as it is a house. Now the general intent of this is I wanted to create, in a way, like a mountain lodge, to where, granted, it's not really much of a mountain, but it's still a lodge nonetheless. So I wanted something to was like a large house, sort of towards the edge of like a cliff, with then a balcony sort of going out over the edge, which it really wasn't all that high around here, and I had ideas for over there or something to where I actually bombed out with TNT a lot of this area underneath to sort of give it this like steep like cutoff almost, and that's why you see these supports underneath this sort of outside deck area to give that slight appeal. Granted, you don't really get that mountain lodge-ish type look, but it does nevertheless look very nice sitting sort of out from away from everything over the edge and giving that sort of abstract look like the rest of what I've currently built. So then we will head into the inside in just a second. So as you can see, I really wanted to do like a dark wood like you would see in a mountain type lodge. Then on the side we have these tulips, which I don't know why some tulips are missing. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was speedy. Oh, I guess I've left a couple areas without tulips for some reason. Interesting. So yes, sort of these little terrace type boxes on the outside. And then we have the inside to where an all glass front. It looks like I'm missing a pane up there. So as you can see, there's tons of stuff to build with Minecraft, because I'm sure everybody's familiar with it to a point to where I don't need to go into the mechanics of it too much, but there's tons of blocks and slabs and stuff that have been added over the years and such, to where now there's tons of different doors, which I may implement at some point to some of my places. Tons of plants, bushes, carpets. They've added a lot more eggs and weapons, and they've started to add redstone, which I'm really happy because I love redstone. That's one of the ultimate things I love about Minecraft, but still nothing with pistons, which sucks in my opinion. And then of course, sort of the basic materials. Now they've added all of the books and potions recently as such. So I need a glass pane. So fly up. Controls. I'm so used to the controls being how they were, to where there wasn't the sneak feature, because unless you're doing survival, you don't use a sneak feature in creative very often. So I don't like that. I liked it when you were in fly mode, you just use the D-pad over here for the up and the down, but now they've had it to switch, and actually my controls are different than the presets because I've gone in and changed them, and yeah. Do what you like to do, whatever's comfortable with you. So here we have this sort of opening where, if you could imagine, a bit of glass in the middle here of these stairs. So here we have, what in the world? Oh, all of my hatches are off. I like that. What happened? Alright, so what's supposed to happen is these hatches are supposed to go on the side of these couches that I have here across from this nice little rug. And these are a couple little fun little pumpkins, because this is sort of like a fireplace, but there wasn't much to do with it, and I can't light fire because the entire place is made of wood, and it would burn down. And I don't like that, because I spent a lot of time on it. So yes, as you can see, sort of this little sloping overhang to where, then coming around here, you would have all of these hatches properly be used, and it would go on the side of all of these chairs. But you know, they don't want to work because of the new update or something. So yeah, and I need to break this pane of glass, and it destroyed the piece of wood. I'm just having difficulties all over the place. And there we go. So now fix my microphone. So then we have it leading out to the outside, to where we have the same sort of thing, just a different type of outing, to where we have this nice lovely little chandelier type thing, which show a bit more. And then we have these glowstone sort of lamps up in the little corners here. Otherwise we have these steps leading up, very interested in trying to get all of this to work because of the height. To where now we have this sort of loft type area to where you can see a little better of the chandelier, and we're missing a bit of glowstone. It seems like things are just disappearing in such as they wish. So yes, as you can see, I created some sort of like struts and crossbars across the top there as sort of like the rafters, and then made another smaller chandelier for up here, so you can sort of look out. Otherwise, come up to the sides, you can actually look out to where I can fly. Can I get out? No. So I'll show you later. So you can sort of look out from these small little side balconies, or of course, you can come on down the easy way and then come outside to this outside patio area where we have these sort of slightly elevated tables to where you can sit, talk, lounge, eat, do whatever at. And so yes, because one of the things I really wanted to try and achieve is this sort of very steeped roofing, with then having these little side things come out, which didn't quite turn out how I first imagined it, but I like it nonetheless. And especially the use of the coloring of the wood, that's not just all one color, that it's sort of accented by this lighter wood. So, yes, that is currently all that I have of my pocket world for Minecraft. I don't know if any of you remember from the Minecraft ships episode. That video will be linked down in the description. Otherwise, just go through all my past videos. It is somewhere in there. Well, I mentioned I may be doing this for Mobile Monday at some point. So here it is, showcasing off what I've currently made. If you guys have any suggestions of things that I should make in Minecraft in general, it doesn't have to be for Pocket, it can be in the computer edition of Minecraft as well. If you have any suggestions for me or whatnot, go ahead and feel free to shout that out to me in the description on any of the social media. And if any of you have read one of the recent blogs or seen my vlogs lately, you'll know that I'm trying to, hopefully for the month of March, do a whole bunch of actual PC edition Minecraft to do and upload. So stay tuned for the possibility of that. Otherwise, just stay tuned for more Mobile Mondays coming your way soon. So, thank you guys all so very much for watching. I have been Lego MacGyver. To all you master builders out there, stay bricky, keep building, and I will see you guys all next time.